Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Jenny, we're about to get onto dessert station, which I am so here for. But how's the show been so far? You're just loving the recipes?
I'm loving the recipes. I can't wait for the tasting.
Jenny's like, get to the point. Well, right away. Heritage Day is a day we all look forward to, and something tells me it has more to do with the food than anything else. One dish that features in a lot of households is the peppermint tart. Now, we know that you are just going to continue these celebrations. You cannot do so without this recipe. Now, Dumi, there's just a whole lot of deliciousness in front of me. Please break it down.
A whole lot, and Palisa is not talking about the three ladies in the kitchen. We're talking about the ingredients that go into our peppermint tart. And always, Palisa, you know there has to be a base of tea biscuits and some chocolate and a caramel filling. And luckily, Jenny's going to be showing us how to make that filling that's, you know, that gives us that carameliness of it. I'm going to chop up some of the chocolate that has the peppermint in it that's going to flavor it, and then just do the assembly of the base.
Voila! I mean, Jenny, this is a fan favorite for a reason. So how are you going to be creating that filling?
Well, you know what I'm going to do first is, I mean, this just comes out of a can, so you can buy this caramel in a can, or you could make your own, but who wants to do that?
Ain't got the time.
Yeah, ain't got the time, baby. And what we do here is I just want to loosen it up a little bit and just soften it nicely. So when I add the whipped cream to it, it's just going to come together beautifully. So, and literally, we're going to just add some beautiful whipped cream.
That looks so velvety, so light, so airy. And is that what we're looking for?
This is what we're looking for. Look at that. I've made one already. It's beautifully settled, ready for Tumi to work her magic. But look at that. Isn't that just too divine for words?
It looks incredible. So basically, 1 + 1 = 2.
Yes, darling. 1 + 1 equals
Now, Dumi, what makes this dessert such a winner?
Palisa, it's got to be the flavors in there, Palisa. You've got the creaminess of the filling, that caramel feeling that we've got in there. You've got the crunchiness of the base that we're using tea biscuits. And then you've got that refreshing peppermint flavor from the peppermint chocolate. If you can't find peppermint chocolate, you can always buy the essence. But I feel like you need that texture. You need to bite onto something for it to give you that flavor, because that's what it's all about. And this is what I love about the peppermint tart, Palisa. It's absolutely divine.
So you basically need to have that crunch, but you also, you know, having the flavor also, I think, is what elevates any kind of dessert or any kind of dish, really. So I think it's nice to add that actual crunchy mint, that peppermint element into it. I know we just reminiscing here at the end of the day, going back into our memories, going back to our culture, our heritage, and how we were raised. And you know, with a peppermint tart, how I was introduced to a peppermint tart is that my cousin Uzageti, at every single bring and share, she was always like, I'm on dessert station, pick me, I want to do dessert. And we're all just like, why are you always so excited to make dessert? It's because she had a very quick, easy, definitely a crowd pleaser when it comes to dessert, and she'd always whip up this delicious peppermint tart. Now, I want to find out, Dumi, if your peppermint tart is gonna level up to Zageti's.
I definitely hope it does, because I put in a whole lot of heart and soul in here. I mean, a whole lot of sweat and tears. You better tell me if I'm measuring up, my darling.
There's some Jenny love in it as well.
Of course.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Jenny, Dumi, incredible. Now, what I like about this is that I'm not really a fan of peppermint that much. I think that it's a very overwhelming taste. But I think that you are able to balance it out quite lovely. And I do love some chocolates. So I love this, Jenny. Thanks.
And the one thing I also love about this, Jenny, is the fact that because we're adding some cream in there to, in essence, dilute the sweetness of the caramel sauce. Like you said, Bala, if you don't like it too sweet, add more cream, because then you're able to balance it as you wish.
And who would like to use essence? You sell yourself short. I mean, this is a lady's dish. This is all about chocolate.
And decadence. I mean, this is just tastes. I'm still going to sit down at the end of the show and enjoy the rest of our meal that we've created. Jenny, I love your top tips. I think that you're always able to give succinct, straight to the point kind of explanations when it comes to being in the kitchen. You're able to even, you know, dumbify it for people like me who are, sorry, I mean, I'm slow. What is your top tip when it comes to creating the perfect tart?
Well, for me, the perfect tart, once again, is when you read a recipe, if it says 1 can of this and 250 mils of this, use the right size dish. Because if you're going to use a baking dish or a dish that's that size for this amount of ingredients, you're going to get ning-ning like this. But look at the beautiful dish that we've used. So you get, look what Tumi has here. So you'll get a beautiful cut I'm out of it. So just remember, size does count when it comes to how much ingredients you're using.
I can imagine just if you do decide to serve it up as slices, it would come out in a perfect little, a perfect little chunk, hey, Tumi?
Definitely, Palisa. That's why we also give you the option of individual ones, like the one you've got right in front of you,
Yeah.
or a huge crowd-pleasing one that's for the family and those bring-in shares that you were talking about.
And do you know, it freezes so well, darling.
Really?
It freezes like you cannot believe. Oh, yes.
But then when it defrosts, does it not
No,
get
you make it in a loaf tin and you cut it at the table frozen from the thing. It's delicious.
Okay, well, to get in on this deliciousness, please do head over to afternoonexpress.co.za for the full ingredients list and for this tantalizing dish. Now, milk tart is enjoyed across the country by many, and we've got a yummy recipe you would definitely want to try when we return.